Hello, welcome to Soulprint and another mini. So the last mini that was released on Wednesday, on Tuesday, was what's going on in the Oval Office this week. What's happening? Who's doing what's going on? So I thought I would follow that up with finding out what's going on this week at Mar-a-Lago or wherever it is. The greedy king positions himself. So let's see what's going on in the world of Trump, shall we? Oh, all right, here we go. Let's see what we can find out. Trump, week before inauguration. Trump, week before inauguration. Trump, week before inauguration. And again, I'm right there with you, hoping that some miracle happens. But I also think we have to be clear-eyed. And this is the thing that's interesting. The astrologers, for example, and I think there are other tarot readers or psychics or intuitives. And there seems to be something that kind of goes on like at the end of March and into April. As of now, it feels like whatever that potential is has a far greater success than something amazing happening in the next literally handful of days. So I don't like it any more than you do, but it looks like that's where we're at. So, which is why I use the term inauguration, even though it like sticks in my throat. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, you must find my face is kind of amusing. All right, this is where we start with. It's kind of interesting. It's starting with the Page of Wands, representing almost like that rushing ahead and just sort of creating turmoil and chaos everywhere and just sort of just things don't feel settled or calm. Of course, they never do around him, but they feel even more staticky around him right now. Page of Swords. So this is a group of people who are absolutely, completely, without hesitation, preparing to look away from norms, from the law, from regulations, from rules. That's just their energy. That's just what's going on. And so if they're trying to do something today, right, and they're getting blocked by something, a law, whatever, the attitude is it's okay, look, we'll deal with it in a week. Right, like it's not even like we're gonna fuss. We're just gonna put that to the side, and that'll be one more thing that gets destroyed, whether it is a law or a tradition, etc. There is a lot that they are still sort of trying to hide and keep quiet. Um, but interestingly, the other sort of message or energy that I'm getting from the card is sort of one of sort of quiet, sort of contemplation. And I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know perhaps if it's actually coming from the greedy king himself, or if there's someone that is trying really hard to keep him calm, but there's this other. So on the one hand, you've got this like staticky energy, and on the other hand, there's sort of almost like this little tranquility, little island of zen, of calm. Um, but I have to tell you, I think that now that the The legal cases, by and large, have collapsed or completed or whatever. Then once again, you get that feeling of sort of, I'm invincible, I can get away with anything. Two of Cups. So this is definitely about a partnership. Makes me wonder if it's about a hidden partnership. Makes me wonder if it's about something that's so far behind the scenes that we don't see it or recognize it right now, or maybe we do, but there isn't a way to either stop it or block it. Okay, but there's some interesting energy going on there between. I actually want to say, in some ways, it really goes back to what I said. Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it in a week. There just seems to be this attitude of we'll bulldoze anything we don't like. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to have to tell you these things, and I don't want them to happen either. But I think that we need to be very clear-eyed right now, because when you're clear-eyed, you can get busy. I kind of borrowed this expression or this saying from a client actually that I had. And we were talking about the word resistance and how in and of itself, it's sort of almost not saying what we really want it to say. And she said she has switched the word resistance to activation. And I really, really like that, because I think that that's where we are. We're at a place where we have to be clear. We have to know what the next step is. What do we do? How do we block it as citizens? Who do we talk to? What organizations do we volunteer for? What do we get involved in? It's that kind of an energy, because don't forget, part of what has been learned over the last 8 or 10 years is the price that is paid when you don't pay attention, when you just assume somebody else has got it, and worse, assume they would handle it with the honesty and the integrity that you would. Okay? These are the next 4 cards. 8 of Swords, bound. 5 of Pentacles, out in the cold. 4 of Swords, illness or stopping. What is this? And the 5 of Cups, walking away in disappointment. If this is a projection of what may happen between now and, let's say, May, it's a very interesting grouping of cards, isn't it? Because you have somebody going in who, before they even go in, their hands have been tied in some way or in several ways. And because that person tends to yell and scream and bluster, as opposed to just sort of being calm and taking a breath, the things that could be corrected, he isn't thinking of them, he hasn't thought of them, or he's not accepting them when other people say it. There's going to be a lot of people who are blocked from accessing him. It's going to be a little bit different than it was in the last election, the last presidency with him, where everybody could walk in all over the place. This one feels a little bit more like there are going to be almost like the haves and the have-nots. And if you're in the have-not category, you are not even going to see his shadow. And the other ones are going to be, very close and not prepared to give up their, space. Definitely looks like there's some sort of a slowdown or an illness coming that may very well impact his ability to continue with the presidency, and that brings in that loss and that disappointment. Okay, sorry about that. All right, that's what I know. Don't forget to please leave your questions in the comment section below. I'm still working on figuring out days that I'm going to release videos and what kind of videos. Just bear with me. There's like a lot going on in my world, and it's pulling energy, and so just hang in there. Until next time, take care and be well. Bye for now.